Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd do a quick video of my new V4R. I don't think I've really done a video since I took delivery of it a few months ago now, actually. I forget exactly when, but I've had the bike for a couple months. Finally got the 600-mile service done, and then just got the bike back yesterday from Ducati Newport Beach. It's also where I bought the bike, and if you're in the Southern California area, definitely recommend you go see those guys if you're in the market. But yeah, I got the bike back from them. They did the first service, like I said, and then did a few other mods to the bike also, notably the new full system exhaust. And this is the Pro version, which I'll kind of show here in a bit more detail. But did the exhaust, got the slicks mounted, running Pirelli SC2s in the oversized Superbike configuration, and then just had them put on a gold chain. Just I like how those look. And then what else? Little spider fuel cap, which I've had. Just obviously makes fueling the bike easier without the need to use the key. And then we did some Evotech radiator guards. Just keep obviously radiator protected. I did the carbon brake ducts, the carbon front fender, did a carbon rear fender also. But yeah, that's it. And then I did today just set the suspension in the track mode. So basically 7 clicks, compression, rebound, 7 clicks out on compression and rebound, same in the rear. That's kind of like the recommended Ducati setting, just at least in terms of kind of the baseline to start for the track. So we'll see how that feels and then start to change that. I have the SC2 up front as well. Again, the new R gets the cool side pods. I'm really curious to see if I can feel that on track. And then the bigger wings, of course. But yeah, I think obviously the main thing here on the bike is just the new Pro exhaust, which is super sick. Obviously not really a bike you can ever ride in street trim with this exhaust. I'll show you here because directly from the back, unless people devise a way, which I'm sure some may, there's really no room to fit a number plate. So again, this is the Pro. You can get the same one like I have here on my S, kind of like the standard, I guess, the non-Pro. Not that it's standard by any means, they're still $10,000 exhausts, but this is the one I have on my V4S, which I actually just had this bike out at Coda. Had a ton of fun riding that thing around, doing 190 miles an hour in the back straightaway. But anyways, you can kind of see the differences between, that's why I have the bikes here side by side. So Pro, non-Pro, you could still run a plate if you want to. So yeah, that's it. It's kind of interesting because this whole section, it's like a different, it's titanium, but you can see it's like a different finish than the other part of the exhaust system. Kind of surprised too by Acro that there's this like mold line there. It's a little interesting. I thought that would be a little cleaner finish, but whatever, it's a race bike, so I can live with that. But yeah, beautiful exhaust system. It sounds amazing. I'll give you guys a startup here in a little bit. And I can't wait to get this thing on track. There's actually a track day today out of Buntwillow, but I didn't have it on my calendar, so I missed it until a friend told me about it last minute last night, and at that point I'd already had other plans for today. So could not make it, but I'll be out at Chuckwalla on May 2nd and 3rd. If any of you all watching this are based here in California, SoCal, want to come on out and do some riding, that'd be fun. Got my 24R here also. Still love this bike, also on slicks. I haven't had this one on the track for a while. I need to get it back out. As much as I love the new generation, this bike is still incredibly fun to ride. So get this out to the track soon also. But yeah, what can I say? I mean, the R, maybe just a few initial impressions on the new one. You know, it's not a good street bike, in my opinion. I don't know how many of you in the market for one of these or that own these intend on riding them on the street. I think if that's your primary focus of riding, I would buy the S, not the R. I don't like this bike on the street at all. Something about the new generation, just even versus my 24R, This just feels more aggressive overall. Like, it's harsher, it's stiffer, even though it's supposed to be more rigid with the new swing arm, the double-sided. Just on the road, it felt just incredibly harsh. And obviously it doesn't have the adaptive suspension like the S does, so that's part of it. But my opinion, don't buy these as a street bike. There's a lot of other better options, but I can probably almost guarantee you, without even riding it on track yet, that it will be incredible on the racetrack. So super excited to get it out in just a few weeks. One other thing I'll show you guys now too, when you get the Pro exhaust, it comes with the DAVC Pro software also. So it's a different mapping than you get with the full Acura, like on the S, if you don't do the DAVC Pro, because on the Pro, it does away with all the street modes. So there's no road mode, there's no street mode. It's just slick. Slick A, slick B, slick C, and then there is a couple range settings too. And I'll go grab the key actually, and we'll show you guys the dash. All right, we'll go ahead and key on the new R. For track use only, of course. This one truly is. So, if you go to your mode selector, you'll see you only have Slick A, Slick B, C, then you have two rain modes. You have Rain A and Rain B. What I think is actually really cool about this, when I'm going to try it first on Slick B. What's cool on the new one, when you're in the slick mode, it disables the taillight. So taillight's still connected, but it's not on. If you grab the brakes, don't light up the taillight. So it's awesome for the track because you don't have to worry about pulling this off and putting like a block off or taping it up if you're just a track day rider. Like, I think that's actually like a really neat feature. I didn't know that the Pro software did that, so that's super cool. And then if you go to the rain mode, it actually does illuminate the tail light, but the brake light remains non-functional. So, like if we select B, rain, you'll see the tail light is now on, but if you grab the brake, it doesn't like flash the brake lights. So you just have like a on running light in the rain. Obviously to help with visibility. So I think that's pretty cool. And then of course, as with all of these, you can really dial in your settings individually. I'm going to try the factory settings. What I think is really cool on this, I haven't tried it yet, but if you get out of this and you start, if you start messing around with the displays, here's your grip meter. So I'm really curious to see how this is. I think I still need to, since these are the oversized Superbike tires, I need to calibrate them. And then, which you do through the dash. And then I expect, once the bike is on and running, this will show you how much grip you have. So, kind of a novelty. I'm curious though to see what it actually means and how it functions on track. I think it's kind of a pretty cool option. One annoying thing about the new V4R, compared to at least the prior generation, is it doesn't have a GPS module stock. So you can obviously run, lap timer here, start and stop it by using the flasher, but it's not GPS where it picks up your start point every single time. So I have the DDL on order. It was supposed to be in, unfortunately it did not come in. But I did do the full DDL software, which is like the enhanced GPS with telemetry and all that as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting that. I'm not going to race the bike, honestly, but I just want to have the telemetry data. You can see I promptly, no more street miles. Once I hit 600, this fucking thing went straight to track mode because I could not, never again ride it on the street. Anyways, whatever. It's... yeah, should be pretty cool. And then I'll just show you again, like here on this one. So this has the non-pro software. So you have all your standard modes. Race A, Evo, B, Evo, Sport, Evo, Road, and Wet, right? So that's the difference really between the main softwares. And then of course everything is dialed in. I like Race B, it's how I have it configured. And then, of course, this one has, you can go in here and see your lap times, because this bike, I did put the GPS on it, not the DDL, just the standard GPS. And so we can see here, like my lap times at Coda, which I go down my most recent sessions, session 17, I think. Yes. Not a great time for Coda, 234. I think most of the fast guys are like below, 230, probably closer to 225. But my first time there, but 191 miles an hour, not too bad, at least on the straightaways. So yes, just a little bit of a difference here in terms of the softwares. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of it. Just a short video. Just wanted to show you guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to get out of all these settings here. Just wanted to show you guys a quick video of the new R. We'll get a startup video here so you guys can hear this. I'm going to try it with and without the baffles. On the S, I kind of like it with the baffles out. Like this bike, when it starts, it's a little startling. It starts with such like a fast idle almost. So it really like sparks to life. This bike's a little more mellow, but that may be in part due to the baffles. So yeah, we'll get it fired up here and give you guys a sound check. Maybe I'll start the old R also. It's been sitting for a little while in my basement and probably deserves to get started up as well and let it warm up a little bit. So we'll get you guys a few different sound clips here of all the bikes. All right, we'll do a first startup here of the new 2026 V4R. Again, this is with the Akrapovic Pro exhaust. It actually sounds, it might sound louder even with the baffles in than the V4S, which I'm a little surprised by. I'm not sure how well it showed on video, but it's pretty loud with those baffles in. Start up the S now, you can kind of hear the difference between the startup. I was talking about how much kind of more like snappy it is on startup. Oh, bike's in first. Hold on 1 second. Okay. .1103 is a much deeper sound. This thing is just so bassy, man. Like, I love how this sound. They both sound great, but that thing is just so deep, gnarly. All right, last one. 2024 V4R. Gotta go find the key. All right, start this one up now. Not sure how much you can tell on camera the difference between the three. I'd say these two are pretty similar, as you would expect, both the 998cc engines, although this one does have some different internals than the CryoGen R, but I think just for the deep bassiness, I really like the exhaust on this one, on the V4S. Just literally feel it thumping in your chest when it's running, so we'll try this one without the baffles and see if that makes a difference. Alright, well that's it. Just again a quick video. Just wanted to show off the exhaust and the couple other small mods I did. And then the next video will be at the track out with this thing, and we'll get some good riding footage and some feedback on how it is to ride on track. Thanks guys. See ya.